how to activate several planets in your horoscope by using just one gemstone. This is today's topic. It is going to be quite interesting, it is going to be quite deep, but it will save a lot of money and time in your life. So hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are doing great and I welcome you back to Purab's Astrology. Let's get started, guys. Let's get started. So generally we all know that one gemstone works for one planet. That is what we have been taught. For Jupiter it is yellow sapphire, and if you wear the gemstone of Jupiter which is yellow sapphire, then Jupiter will get activated in your chart. For Saturn it is blue sapphire, and if you wear the gemstone, then Saturn will get activated in your chart. For Mars it is red coral, and if you wear the gemstone of Mars which is red coral, then Mars will get activated in your chart. But by wearing one gemstone, several planets are activated in your chart, but you have to study your chart properly. Each planet is placed in the nakshatra of a particular planet in your horoscope. For example, in the horoscope of a person, if Ketu, Mars and Venus are conjunct together and placed in Punarvasu nakshatra, and Jupiter is exalted in the chart. Now understand this condition: Ketu, Mars and Venus are placed in Punarvasu nakshatra, and Punarvasu nakshatra is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Now if this planet Jupiter is a benefic in your chart, you are an Aries ascendant or a Leo ascendant or a Sagittarius ascendant, and this Jupiter is well placed in its own sign, or it is placed in Kendras, or it is placed in Trikonas, that is the 5th house and the 9th house, then in this case, just by wearing the gemstone of Jupiter, which is yellow sapphire, you will not only activate the planet Jupiter, you will not only activate the house in which Jupiter is placed, but you will activate Venus, Mars and Ketu. Because at the deepest level, Venus, Mars and Ketu are gaining their energy from the nakshatra of Jupiter. So the stronger Jupiter becomes, the more strong these three planets will become. Do you understand my point? I will give you another example. For example, in your horoscope, Saturn and Ketu are placed in Ardra nakshatra, right? So Saturn and Ketu are placed in the sign of Gemini in Ardra nakshatra. It doesn't matter if it is placed in the first pada or the second pada. Now, the lord of Ardra nakshatra is Rahu. And in your horoscope, if Rahu is a benefic influence, if Rahu is placed in the sign of Taurus, or if Rahu is placed in the sign of Libra, or if Rahu is placed in the Kendras, that is the first house, the 4th house, the 7th house, the 10th house, in Taurus or Libra, or if Rahu is placed in the 11th house in its own sign of Aquarius, then if you wear the gemstone of Rahu, which is Gomid, you will not only activate Rahu, you will not only activate the house in which Rahu is placed, but you will also activate Ketu and Saturn, because Saturn or Ketu are placed in the nakshatra of Rahu, Ardra nakshatra. So they are driving and they are getting energy from Rahu at the deepest level. So one gemstone is activating 3 planets, 2 houses. Can you imagine that? So when you do a gemstone selection, keep in mind that find out the most benefic planet in your horoscope, the one planet which will serve all the purpose. And if you are making the right choice, if you analyze how many planets are placed in the nakshatra of this planet, which is a benefic influence in my chart, then you are not only making that planet strong, you are making those houses which are ruled by the planet also strong, you are making those planets which are placed in the nakshatra of that planet also strong, and their significances also. So to make you understand with this example, for example, Jupiter is placed in the first house in the sign of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is placed in its own sign, creating Panch Mahapurush Yoga, Hamsa Yoga, and or Hans Yoga, and Ketu, Mars and Venus are placed in Punarvasu nakshatra, the nakshatra which is ruled by Jupiter. So when you're wearing the gemstone of the planet Jupiter, you're not only wearing the gemstone of your Lagna Lord, you're not only making the first house strong and the fourth house strong, because the fourth house is Pisces, 9, 10, 11, 12, but you are also giving strength to the three planets which I mentioned, which are placed in the nakshatra of Jupiter. So I hope I have done justice and I have explained to you much in detail, but still if you have doubts, please do comments in the comment section, and also subscribe to Pull Ups Astrology, because it takes a lot of efforts to make these videos, and also hit the bell icon so that you get my notifications and you don't miss out on any updates of mine. So adios, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.